Okay gardeners, Chris here. We're going to talk about some new plants that I got to put into the garden. We got these from the fruit tree fella in Kendall, and I'm always on the lookout for a bargain, and he had mentioned he had some avocados discounted and that it was a bit of an unusual variety, and I killed all of our avocados. So I did actually have a chat. Matt wasn't there today, and I've absolutely forgotten his offsider's name yet again. Terrible of me, but we had a chat and he did mention probably these need a good bit of TLC until they're established. I didn't drown mine. It wasn't in an area of the ground where it was just too moist. I probably did the opposite, probably didn't get enough. Didn't get enough water. So let's chat about what makes this special. It is not one of the more well-known varieties. This is a giant avocado, the JA1A, the Jala giant avocado. And apparently good eating, which obviously is really important. And yeah, eats well, produces good crops, very, very large fruit size. So that seems like a win. They do get large, 5 by 7 meters. However, from what I understand with avocados, you can actually keep them trimmed quite low, and we're gonna try and do that because it's probably gonna go into the spot the last one died in, which is kind of near our mango tree. And if we can just keep it a little bit lower, at maybe 2 meters height, that would be ideal. So yeah, that is the plan. Unusual avocado, 40 bucks for this, which I thought was really, really good because normally an avocado like this would be 75 to 85 bucks. So that seemed like a pretty good bargain. On the more unusual side of things, I bought this little plant here. Now I don't know if you can, well, you've probably just seen the sticker or the tag, but this is a jackfruit. And I actually thought we'd give this a try because we're in the subtropics and it's basically like a subtropic plant. We might plant this down in that middle section of our garden, which is really, really sandy and could do with some bigger trees. And that way this could grow quite big. If we got jackfruit, which is a bit of a long-term investment, apparently they won't fruit for 3 to 8 years, which is quite a while. This could be a great little addition, and the fruits are enormous. So anyway, this one is just one of those kind of additions where I think it was 25 bucks. And I was like, you know what? I've thought about doing it. Let's give it a go. We're in the right season for planting. It's not like they're going to go gangbusters. It's not spring, but we're in autumn. It's still fairly warm. Gives them a good chance to kind of get started okay. And our final addition, and I got 2 of them because I thought they were a pretty good price, was these blueberries. And so they had a $30 price tag on them, which to be honest, I thought was crazy. They did have some smaller ones of these that were only 25 if you wanted to save a little bit of money. But 30 bucks for a nice blueberry like this seemed like a really, really good deal because they're quite established. Obviously we're heading into autumn and winter, so they'll probably lose all their leaves and go into that kind of more dormant kind of stage, even here in the subtropics, but they're nice and established and you can never have too many blueberries. So I picked up 2 of those, and yeah, this will be a nice little addition to the garden. We're going to replace the avocado that died. We're going to get a jackfruit down in that middle area. The blueberries I need to find a spot for because they need acidic soil. They need a pretty dedicated growing area where you're maintaining that to do their best, but that shouldn't be a problem, and they're nice big established plants. So I'd be pretty happy if I can keep them happy until we get back to spring when they should flower and fruit for us. So yeah, we'll see how we go on that one.